here yet, so we can just wait for some peeps to pop in, you know? Yeah, bro, fucking this dude, Grayson Allen's going bananas. 26, bro, in the first half. 8 for 10. 8 for 12 from 3.
G. Allen, he leads the league in 3-point right now, Sach.
Oh, I know. And you know where he went? You know where he went to college?
And you know where he went to college? Did he go to Duke? Did he go to
Dookie,
Duke?
baby, Dookie.
I like Duke so much. Did he go to Duke? No, how crazy is that though? I mean, because he's been in for a little bit now, and he's like a late bloomer. He's kind of a late bloomer.
Well, he's definitely a late bloomer.
He's been a great role player, but now he's like popping out. You know, like
he's a little bit more than a role player for that team right now. He shot really good at he was good on the Bucks. I mean, his usage isn't. He's with Giannis, and he's not like a playmaking guard. But who else was he on before? He was on the Jazz. I think he got drafted by the Jazz. But he's been solid. But bro, he's playing fucking unbelievable right now. Unreal.
God, you know what I wish we could do?
Huh?
I wish we could have the game going right now.
That would be
on
sick.
Screen, and we're fucking watching it.
That would be sick.
What is up, ladies and gents? This is the BCS After Hour Show, guys. Sach and ZJ in here tonight, just holding it down. A lot of action tonight. You know, as you can see, we got the Nuggets and the Boston Celtics taking off. Let us know in the comment section, guys. Comment what you would like to see, what you'd like to hear, any bets you guys had today. We are off and rolling. Me and Sach do the NBA player props every morning, Monday through Friday, trying to get you some early NBA lines. And we got a Nuggets one tonight, guys. Jamal Murray over 22.5 points at -110 is what we caught it at this morning. So go Jamal over 22.5 points. Nuggets money line to start too, Sach, +110 going into this game at home. Now, Celtics do have one of the best records. They're playing amazing right now for the East, the top team right now. This is going to be a dual fight. I love it, though. It's going to be sick. But some other games.
Anyone got time, go for A. Wiggins over 1.5 assists. That's what I'm looking at. ZJ is looking at his team, and we're off and rolling. Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 assists. Like I said, bro, 9 straight home games. He's hit 2+. Hit last night, minutes restriction, only 14 points. He should hit it again. And I know the freaking, like, this would have been one of my plays for the morning, but they didn't have no props out, you know? But, I mean, dude, his home game, and you're getting almost that plus money. Chicago's 28th ranked team against small forward assist defense. We're going to be looking good. So keep an eye out for those 2 plays for sure. Leave a comment what you guys are riding, the people viewing.
Yeah,
what do you guys got going tonight?
Let us know in the comments what sports bet you got going on tonight. Again, we got a couple tonight. Sach has got Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 assists tonight. That hit for us last night, so we're rolling with it again. And we got Jamal Murray over 22.5 points tonight, guys. At -110, we caught it this morning. And I sprinkled a little something too. It's not one of our official plays we put out on the show, but I put a little sprinkle on this Nuggets money line, guys. I just got it at +110. They're at home, defending champs. They're going up against the top team in the Eastern Conference in the Celtics. Celtics have an amazing record right now. We're going to find out tonight, though, ladies and gents. This is going to be a good game. You get to watch it here, listen to us, but comment something in the comments what you'd like us to get rolling on, or any plays you want us to kind of review or whatnot, how the week's going for you guys. Like I said, Sach and I love doing sports picks and everything. We do it every day, as you can see, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. We get the content out to you guys so you can get the early lines going and get some cash in your pocket. We're off and rolling. What are you thinking, Sach?
I'm thinking we got a nice little treat, though. We got 3 games kicking off.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, which is nice. Got a little Kings, and is Wembanyama playing tonight? I'm not even too sure if he's playing tonight.
We're hammering Wemby.
Well, you know, E's hammering Wemby. Another 2-0 day for E. He's just racking up those wins, bro.
That's the other thing, guys.
Wemby's out tonight. Wemby's out.
If you tune tune into all our social media accounts at The Bet Champ Show. That's on TikTok and Instagram, guys. We're tossing out these free plays to you each and every day. He's been on a heater since he's been here. Just went 2-0 today, guys. If you followed the show, you got the plays for free, right? 2-0 day. Sach and me are looking nice. We're going to head into this one. Got some action left still here. And then, of course, we'll get you some more plays tomorrow morning. So just tune into those social media accounts, guys. You'll see the vids. They come out. And then you can click back to the YouTube show to get all of the plays. And like I said, we do all the research for you guys. You know, we're putting down the statistics, everything, looking on it on Outlier, our trusty source. And we're getting it fired away. Trusty Outlier, baby.
But we can even, I just barely started, but what'd you think about, where do you think the Broncos are going? What'd you hear on Bronco radio today about the releases and whatnot, or who do you guys got your eye on?
Two stuff with that, right? Obviously, big news. Broncos release safety, 2-time Pro Bowler Justin Simmons. They had to do it, right? They had to do it because they needed cap space to actually be able to make trades and everything. So they just had to free up some money in general, right? And Justin Simmons, big time player, has a nice contract. We had to free up some cap space and everything, which is why they made the move. Obviously, it's a sad sight for any Broncos fans. He was a fan favorite. Before we got Russ, he was kind of the face of the organization and everything. Terrific player. So many seasons leading with interceptions and whatnot. He picked off Patrick Mahomes so many times, which was crazy and everything. But you're at this point now with the Denver Broncos, and a lot of these, there was a lot of releases on a lot of teams. We're talking the Seahawks, Eagles, a lot of action today in the NFL, and there's going to be a lot more this week, especially with where certain people are going. But if you're the Broncos, you got to just get some money back. You got to free up some space. That's what they had to do. I think Sean Payton's in a total kind of rebuild. He needs to rebrand this team, and you got to start somewhere. I hate that we lost Justin Simmons, but I like the fact that someone put their foot down and was like, hey, we got to just start. So, we got to make the big moves and everything. So, and in other news, little someone I heard it in an interview in Pittsburgh. Sachi, you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear. What up? What happened?
Russ is going down to Pittsburgh for his interview with the Steelers. I heard they're very interested.
Is he really?
What I've been hearing. That's what sources have been telling. So we'll see how that goes and whatnot. But yeah, like we said, there's going to be a lot of action in sports right now, ladies and gents, with everything happening. You got NHL trade deadline tomorrow, guys. A lot's going on with that for all of our hockey guys out there. Comment below if you're a hockey person. If you want some more hockey picks, we'll get those out. But as well as the NFL, Sach, all this free agency, what's going on right now? A question I had for you right now, where do we think Saquon Barkley is going to end up? This is one I've been wanting to ask you.
Well,
Saquon put the franchise tag on him.
Yeah, I don't see a deal happening. I think his time in New York is done. I think it's just time to both part ways, especially with that whole fiasco they had last year, obviously, with the franchise tag and then signing him a little bit higher. I would want to see him, honestly, and I'm not being biased, but Tony Pollard's also a free agent. I think Saquon and Tony Pollard, bro, can be a damn good dual threat backfield. Because obviously Saquon, I don't think Saquon needs to be every down back. He can't be the premier back every drive. Like, obviously he's already injury riddled throughout his career. I think he's a guy that needs to split carries with someone else where they can be, just like I said, dual threat, every down back. Saquon can be that power back that the Cowboys are looking for. And then, like we saw with Tony Pollard when he had Zeke, Tony Pollard was lightning in a bottle, bro, when he was fresh. And that's what made Tony Pollard thrive. If Saquon start the game, first series, then Tony, those two can be extremely, extremely helpful for each other. But that's obviously if you get the right price, the right, extension on it. But, in Dallas, I think it'd be a damn good fit. He gets to see the Giants twice a year. Sometimes that does play in a role where they want to go up against their old team. And another spot that I would like to see him at is in Chicago. There's been a lot of talks about him in Chicago. I follow a lot of close Chicago sources on like Instagram and stuff, but I think in Chicago, whether they bring back Justin Fields or Caleb Williams, he's a perfect back to help both of them. Where Saquon's a guy that can catch out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Powerhouse. He gets you a lot of good touches out there. But
he's a good RB receiver. He gets you some nice receiving yards as well. Create some space.
You could put him in the slot. The Giants put him in a slot a couple times this year. I know I saw him do that, and they was pretty successful. But in Chicago, who's their back right now? Deontay Foreman? I think it's Deontay Foreman. But like I said, if he just has another back that could just go in when he's gassed and not beat him up to shreds the whole season, because Saquon, he's going to get hurt eventually. It's just how it is. He can't play every game, every season. He's going to pull a hammy. He's going to twist an ankle. That's just how he is. So you got to put him in a spot where he can split carries. And I think in Chicago, they might be. Chicago just signed Jalen Johnson, all-pro cornerback. They just signed him to an extension today. They extended Montez Sweat over the when the season ended. They just signed another linebacker. Today who was pretty good. I'm trying to think. But the Bears are trending in the right direction. If they can just figure out that offensive side with the quarterback and the other weapons, I think they'll be damn good. You got DJ Moore coming back again. So that's where I would like to see Saquon go, one of those two teams.
You know who I saw has some huge interest in Saquon, and it's
Baltimore?
one you haven't mentioned yet.
Baltimore?
No, not Baltimore.
No.
Josh Jacobs, though, to Baltimore. Did you see that?
I don't think that's official.
Is it not yet?
I looked it up when he sent it. I didn't see anything. I looked up Adam Schefter. I looked up his name. I didn't see nothing on that.
If it's not on Schefter, it's not official. But we'll get back to Saquon. Team I heard is pretty interesting in them, Sach. And I think if he landed here, it's another just great force, especially with the up and coming, the Houston Texans.
Oh, I did see that. I'd love
that. Would be pretty sick. I think that would be a sick ass team, bro. CJ Stroud,
bro, and look at. There's another perfect example. Texans will have Dameon Pierce, and Saquon Barkley, bro. The way the NFL is trending now is you can't just beat to shit a fucking running back
You gotta have two back.
With CJ Stroud throwing the skin. Damn, that'd be nice.
They would be loaded over on offense.
Yeah,
that'd be real nice. They got Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, add Saquon to the mix. Who's the all-star receiver I'm forgetting? It's
Nico Collins.
Yeah, Nico Collins. Oh my gosh, that would be loaded. That'd be crazy. Guys, we're gonna open up the line though, guys. Let us know in the comments. We'll open it up right here for questions and everything. Send in the comment section. We'll bring you up on the show right now. We'll put you on the screen with us. We are live on YouTube. Just put a comment in the box. Let us know if you want to come on screen right here. Have a conversation with us. Anything in the sports world. We'll send you the link. You can come on to the show. We are live on YouTube, X, and Twitch, guys. This is what we do. This is the After Hours show. No Wit, no Big E tonight. And on a side, the young guys of the Bet Champ show, we get this thing flowing and going.
If anyone wants to even come and chop it up with us about sports, shoot your email in here and send you an invite, and you can get right up on here.
No, that's what I'm saying, guys. If you want to come on right now, we're gonna send you the link. We'll bring you up on the show. But like I said, the young guys, we're here, ready to go, ready to talk sports. Watching some game right now. I got the Nuggets Boston on right now, of course. But the older guys, Sach, Wit, E, hey, you never know where they're gonna be. Obviously E called out for good reason, but Wit's a wild card here. Wit's a wild card.
You gotta take into consideration, Zeech, that they're getting old, man. They're old. They can't go like they used to go.
They're just not there anymore.
But the thing is, they fight. He's been fighting through it every Monday and Thursday. Wit's been fighting through it. I mean, he's traveling the globe, so he has a good reason, new job. But we're here. We're here day in, day out, week in, week out.
He goes 2-0 today. Maybe he deserves a little day off, a little time off, and everything. He's been on a heater lately. Wit, boots on ground. we got Whit boots on ground going to stadiums, getting inside sources for you guys. But I think he's going to more inside bars to get the source of what's going on there.
Yeah,
who's got the right pour? Who's got the right amount of ice cubes? Right?
And we love him for it.
Most neon signs. But on the way right now, guys, I know Sach is a couple games up in his studio, and mine right now, of course, I got Boston and Denver right now. Boston up 2. It's 16-14 in the first, 6:47 to go. Denver was a plus 110 money line. We had a little sprinkle there, and of course, we got Jamal Murray over tonight, as well. Sach has Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 assists tonight, guys. We hammered that the other night, absolute murdered it, and we're off and rolling with it again today. In sports betting, nothing's absolute in sports betting, ladies and gents. You guys all know that. We know that. But there's trends. You got to find some trends and start to follow them and see what guys are doing here and there. And that's what we do. That's what we do over on with our stats. What am I blanking on? What do we use?
Outlier Sports.
Sorry. Yeah, so we're on the Outlier app, right? We're doing the hard work for you guys, seeing the statistics, following the trends, and we're finding the hot ones to provide to you guys every Monday through Friday. Get you guys those early lines and everything. And we've been doing really good. And I know you guys like it. We see the comments on the Instagram and TikTok and everything. Let us know what other plays you guys would like to see. Obviously, when the hockey deep into the playoffs, you can best believe we're going to get some hockey playoff bets out there. We're going to be rolling with those. Those are fun. Those are really fun. But off and rolling today. And of course, guys, every Saturday, 10 a.m., we run the Saturday Parlay Show, guys. And we like to open the door to any guests out there watching. If you want to come on and you have a pick you really like, we're going to add it to our parlay. You're going to be on the show and everything. We get this going. All 4 of us get our top plays of the weekend, and we load it into the parlay, try to get you guys some more money in your pocket and whatnot. What else you got tonight, Sach, man?
Just more NFL news. The Seahawks released Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs. Quandre Diggs was an All-Pro 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was an All-Pro. Is he a corner or safety? I think he's a safety.
I think safety.
Yeah.
I heard about that today, too.
So both their safeties, bro. Jamal Adams, they had to let him go. He was getting fucking torched every week, bro. You saw it later in the year. He was getting absolutely destroyed. People always hype him up for like his, he can blitz. He's one of the best blitz safeties of all time. No one's arguing that. But this dude has no ball skills, no hands. Dude fucking couldn't catch a tennis ball if you gave him Velcro mitts. It was just time for him to go. So that really didn't surprise me. But Quandre Diggs was one that really, really shocked me. And someone's going to snag him up. Cowboys got to make a move eventually too. I keep saying it, the Cowboys, but fuck.
It's and that's what we're gonna see here right now.
The Broncos could go snag 100%.
It's really just what teams are looking for right now, what the salary cap is at the moment. There's gonna be a lot more new. There's gonna be a lot. I feel like Sach, there's gonna be some deep news tomorrow too. We were talking about the NHL, but for football in general, for the NFL guys, there's gonna be some good news tomorrow. I can already tell, especially how it was trending today with certain people being released and whatnot all over the league. We're going to see some Bills. Did you see that too over there on the Bills side of things, Sach? Bills are kind of clean in half too. And they got to get some stuff going. Sean McDermott this is the dude's last year. Hands down, 100%. We were shocked that he wasn't fired this year with all the things that have kind of gone on, but this is definitely going to be his last year. So it looks like they're cleaning some things over there in Buffalo, which they need to. They need to figure some stuff out. You cannot go in the playoffs all those years and come out with nothing, not even a big title game or anything like that. They've just been struggling late. They've been their own worst enemy.
They're releasing all these players for some offensive help. Their defense was solid for the most part. They're pretty good on the defensive side, but I think they need another receiver bad. You're relying on Stephon Diggs, and even Stephon Diggs, that second half of the season was kind of nowhere to be seen. With Stephon Diggs type numbers, he was just getting a couple catches, under 50-yard games. And I mean,
Has there been any? Have we heard anything else on him? Kind of where he's at?
No, I think he's locked in for one. I think he might have a player option, or he's locked in for one more year. So he's not really going anywhere. But I mean, Gabe Davis is a guy that can be so damn good, a bona fide number 2 stud wide receiver, but
he's kind of a head case. He's a head case.
Well, I mean, he just disappears. He'll have one good game, and then you won't see him get over 2 catches in the next 2 games. And that's a big issue. You're relying on Josh Allen to run the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball. I mean, so I think they're clearing up space for a big move on the offensive side. I don't know who it's going to be, but I mean, even with Shakir's a good deep threat guy, but he's not a number 2 wide receiver that they need. So I would think that they're going to go get a number 2, and it's just who it's going to be. I don't know.
Did you see with Gabe? Obviously, it was the playoff game, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Bills. There was fans in the stands, right? The Bills lose that game to Mahomes and the Chiefs. Gabe doesn't play, right? He's supposedly injured and everything. He's got something going on. Fans are recording him on the sidelines, right? He doesn't have his pads on, but on the sidelines with the team. You know how Buffalo is. They're screaming at him, Gabe, you suck. You need to be traded. We don't want you anymore. You don't even want to play. Because there was now, if you're hurt, you're hurt. But there was a lot going into that playoff and everything with him. Like he was kind of not really talking about a lot of things and just not playing type of deal, if that makes sense. Now he was kind of like, so it was kind of weird.
I don't know what he's mad at because the guy's fucking. He don't care. Like I saw him when I bet on him a couple times and I saw him drop balls. So I don't know what he's mad at, but he needs to. I think he needs to just stay at number 3 wide receiver. And like I said, they just need a number 2. But damn, I didn't know that about the Bills. You know,
they were laying it on him. They were and he was cussing back at him. It's like F you, I don't need her type of deal. Yeah, so like
that goes to show you that Buffalo, they're sick and tired of, barely getting there. They're it's all or nothing this next season for him. Or
there's got to be some talks in that locker room. Like I'm talking heated arguments. Heated arguments when you're like, hey, this is your job type of thing. Probably a lot of people getting on each other.
But let's get at Josh Allen a little bit too. The fucking guy doesn't. It's short and there's excuses for him every year. Josh Allen needs to play better. He needs to play better. He put him in that situation where they had to win like 6 out of the last 7 games to end the year. And he was throwing an interception every game. I mean, boneheaded interceptions. They weren't even like they were tip ball interception. He's just throwing the ball down there. So
yeah, he lofted it up there.
Everyone on that team, from the coaching staff to the players, every single player needs to play better next year. So it's hard to really pinpoint who the blame was, but you know how it is. They ain't gonna give up Josh Allen, so someone's going.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of news going on. NBA right now, guys. We got Boston and Denver. Sacha's got the Warriors tonight. Got some plays we are locked and loaded on, guys. Let us know in the comments what you guys are locked in for tonight. We'll get it off and rolling, get a good conversation going. Shoot us some comments our way, guys. We're here to answer your questions, or just if what you would like us to talk about, we'll talk with you and everything on a certain topic within the world of sports. This is the Bet Champ Show after hours, guys. This is where the fellas hang out, just talk about some sports, check out how the live bets are going, guys, as well as you can catch us every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's where the plays happen. That is our morning show every Monday through Friday. Me and Sach get the early NBA player prop odds to you guys, and we've been off and rolling, and we love these plays out to you, doing the research for you guys, finding the statistics, finding the trends to get some little more money in your guys' pockets, as well as you can catch Eric, Big E's Vision every day on TikTok and Instagram, guys. That's at the Bet Champ Show. He's tossing out plays left and right for us. We're talking certain player props, spreads, anything you guys want to see. He was 2-0 today, guys. If you just followed the show, you made some great money today. And again, Saturday, that parlay show every Saturday, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The fellas get together. Their top pick of the week together for a nice little parlay for you guys and get some more money in your pocket. How are we doing out there, world? Appreciate all the live listeners and watchers there. We are here for you guys, here to talk anything sports. Let us know what you want to hear. Off and rolling on this Thursday. We made it. Almost Friday. The weekend is upon us, guys. What are we looking at going into the weekend? Definitely want to get a little more cash in our pockets so we can chill out, relax, and enjoy some more sports. What do you got? Are you looking at into anything in particular for this weekend, Sachman? Or just in general? Just with you, just chilling?
I mean, a team that I'm really gonna look closely at moving forward is obviously going to be the Timberwolves. I mean, that's something you got to talk about. They lost Cat for who knows how long, maybe a season ender, maybe in ready by the time a deep playoff run, who knows. But I mean, that's a big hit, bro. That's an extremely big hit. That blows up the Western Conference like that, especially with them. All they were doing this year, you wanted to see them fully healthy, go make a run, but I mean, shit, it's just tough to see. They pulled it out tonight, though. E had them +2. They pulled it out tonight, beat the Pacers.
Plus money, guys. I mean,
this might be good for Ant's development, and this is where we're really going to see what Ant-Man's made of because, you know, everyone always talks about, you know, how he's a top player. Like, I mean, he is a top player, of course. Don't get me wrong. He's a bona fide, you know, certified all-star. But this is where I think he can go from all-star to superstar type level, depending on how he plays. I mean, it just depends if he can really just take this team, because he's really the only scorer on that team right now. Besides,
he's the superstar.
I wouldn't really consider Gobert a scorer. Wouldn't consider. Yucker Torque, we got you, bro. One sec. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Interesting to see how he's going to do. I think he left the game today. Oh, shit. He had 44 today. So,
and he had the game, like I was saying to you before the show started, he had the game-winning block.
Just ate my words.
He freaking jumped. Sach, you got to watch the highlight. He jumped so high, he hit his head on the freaking rim, bro, to block for the win block shot to seal the deal.
But here, let's go into this question. Here's an interesting one from our boy Yucker Torque over there on Twitch. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think a good 2K player could coach a little league team with success? That's an interesting question because obviously 2K is a video game, but I mean, as long as you know how basketball is played, whether you're playing it on 2K or you're just watching games, if you know like ball movement and you just know rotations and you know just screen, especially for a little league team. I mean, I don't know if that's how young you're talking about. How young are they? Yucker Tor, if you could tell us how young they are. But I mean, a little league, it kind of just don't depend on wins. If they're really young, you're just kind of focusing on the development of them. So obviously like dribbling drills, free throws, layups, that's pretty much all the basics. But if you know how basketball works and how basketball runs, and you have an eye for good basketball and bad basketball, you'll be fine. All those plays that you see on 2K pick and roll, that's probably not going to be too late elementary, early middle. Okay, so they're a little bit more developed. I mean, yeah, if you know, like I said, if you just know how basketball is meant to be played, go watch on YouTube. I coached the young team before, and it's really not that hard. The one thing you obviously got to have is patience, and you got to get them to listen to you. You got to get them to listen to you somehow and to just run. You can't blow up the playbook like it's 6, 7, 8. You got to stick to like 4 or 5 plays for these guys. And especially if they're that young, that's all you pretty much need. And it sounds like, if you play a lot of 2K, then you know what that is. So, I mean, what are your thoughts, Siege?
Here's what I'll say with the 2K thing, my man. So I think the younger generation coming into 2K have learned a lot more than we did when we were in like high school and everything. Back when we were playing, it was really just get it to your guy. You're trying to do your thing, shoot it and whatnot. the cool thing with 2K now, which I really like, and I've been seeing this on a couple people's streams and whatnot who like stream 2K, is you can actually set up your team, defense, screen, all that stuff, certain plays you want to do like real quick within the game. And you could do that back then too, but now it's more like complex. Like before you go into a game, you can set up all these things where you want certain people to go and everything, certain movements, and with the play wise and everything. So my man, if you got that done, you got that mindset, you're a good game manager within that game and everything. I think that brings a lot to definitely coaching a team play wise and everything, because you got the vision of what you're doing on that court, bring it now to the other court, which is really cool. But to what Sach is saying too, when you're teaching young kids and everything, it's really just about getting them to learn the quick fundamentals, why certain things are done, and keep it simple. I'd say playbook 3, with these young kids, because in reality, they're going to be out there, running around, exerting all their energy because they're having fun and loving it. And that's the great part about it. If you get a good solid 2 to 3 plays in there, which makes sense and everything, you could do really well. And then obviously if you stay with them and they progress, then they start to understand the responsibility of the game, certain roles of the game and everything. Then you can build that playbook even more from that team built from ground up. But no, I love it, man. I don't see why not. If you know what you're doing on 2K, I'm saying play wise in 2K, bring that over with your team and everything. And then it's really on how good of a coach are you? How can you get to these players and everything? Are you a likable coach? Are you a player's coach type of thing? Can you relate with some of them? Make them understand what you want them to do out there on the court and do for each other. So good question, my man. I like that. I really like that. That's cool.
Yeah, the main thing I would say is just YouTube's your friend. Look up simple plays that they can all learn and run, and just focus on the development. That's a good question, though. I like that. I haven't played 2K, bro, in I haven't played 2K in 8 years, so I have no clue how the game is now. But no, it's a good question. Keep them coming.
Yeah,
I think you'll be good, though, bro. If you got little kid skills and some patience, you'll be fine.
Keep them going on the comment line, guys. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and below anything you'd like us to talk about during the show and everything, anything in the sports world, anything in general you kind of want to hear. We'll go over it with you guys. And not, like I said, we got Warriors tonight, as well as the Nuggets are playing the Celtics right now. We got Jamal Murray over 22.5 points right now. Hit 2 3-pointers so far, 6 points. And then he got
1 for 1. He got an and one.
Oh, he got an and one. My bad. So 6 points so far in the first, as well as we got Sach's play. Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 assists, guys, which we hammered earlier on this week. And absolutely
one assist in 5 minutes of action, and he hasn't gone back in yet. He just plays the first 5 minutes of the first
Plenty
quarter.
Of ball game left.
Got one, so that's good.
So some plays coming your guys' way. Let us know how you'd like the action so far this week. We're trying to get some more money in your guys' pockets. Be sure to give us a follow on TikTok and Instagram, guys. Like I said, free plays each and every day for you. You just have to follow the page and you get to see our content, all the free plays we're tossing out to you guys. We bet on our own plays and everything too. So we're not just trying to give you something out of nowhere or anything. These are plays we're invested in ourselves. These are ones we strongly like. We're using Outlier. We're bringing all the stats to you guys, which is really cool. We're finding those trends, what makes sense, who's doing what in what game, and we're bringing that to life with you guys, getting a little more money in your guys' pockets. And we'd love to do it. We love all things sports. So any sports picks you guys want to hear about, just comment below, and we'll get those running with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at some other big news. I mean, shoot, we could talk about Sabonis just absolutely owns Anthony Davis. I mean, my God, bro. I think I saw a stat today. Sabonis is 9-0 against Anthony Davis in his career. AD's never beat him. And, I mean, AD's out there getting out-rebounded, outscored. Obviously, Sabonis is always going to have more assists. I mean, that's obviously given. But, I mean, AD got to have some fight against that dude. He gotta have more.
Bro, that's the other thing too. AD, there needs to be some talks with AD right now. What's going on there and everything, especially with the Lakers and everything. I mean, AD, another one of those guys, Sach, I'm putting in that head case category. Just overthinks way too much, doesn't come out to play. all the consistency, right? Like just the complete. The dude could take over the game. The dude could really take over any game if he wanted to, if he truly wanted to. Like, why isn't AD the best big man in the NBA? It's unreal. His frame and his, he can handle the ball. He'll shoot it from the outside and everything. He's deadly when he's under the rim and he wants to be.
One of the best defensive players. One of the best defensive players in the league. He's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every year. He has the offensive skill set. He has the offensive skill set to average 25, like 30 plus, honestly, 30 plus a game. I think, and he beats up on bad teams, which what you're supposed to do. You can't knock him for beating up on bad teams. That's what you're supposed to do. It's just against these big teams and these big games, he needs to come out and win, especially with this late stretch that the Lakers are on. I mean, it just seems like he just goes non-existent sometimes. And I think if he could just figure out to just every night, give them what he has, there's no reason why he shouldn't. There's no reason why he shouldn't be in the MVP race the last 4 years. He's in his prime. I know he missed a lot of games. I get that, but I mean,
it's almost like he needs. It's almost like he needs someone to tell him, like, "Hey, AD, like we need you to be the leading scorer here." Team, because he should be the leading scorer every night for the Lakers. Even with LeBron, like the ball should go through AD and everyone creates front, but it's almost like he needs to be told that he needs to be the leading scorer. And it's like when he's told, he'll do it and everything, but outside of that, like he forgets, he's just not consistent.
Yeah, I mean Yucker Torque, obviously. I mean, I hope I'm saying the name right, but dude, I couldn't agree more. He's seasonal. He's every other season. Like within the season, there's 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fucking fall. And this dude, every other, like he just doesn't.
He's on the leap year.
He doesn't. He's on the leap year. He don't put a whole season together where he's consistent. And like you look at some of the box scores of these games that he's had this year, like where the fuck did you go? Like no one's bigger than you. No one's like I don't know what it is, but yeah, I couldn't agree more. When times get tough, even last year, bro, like. Even last year against the Nuggets, you're a type of player, AD, where you can win one game pretty much on your own. You got to win one game on your own where you just take over. And I know you're going up against Jokic, and the Nuggets had a better team and whatnot, but there got to be one game where it's just the balls to the wall. You got 40, 45 points. It has to be. With the money that they're paying him, he has to do it, especially with Bron on your team. There's no way how you in your prime can't muster one game. But
100%.
I mean, he got his ring though, bro. And ever since he got his ring, like I don't know what it is, but it doesn't like Bubble AD was a fucking menace. He was unreal. He said he could go to prime boogie to prime. Yeah, he really can, dude.
Ryan Scalabrine. Yeah, it's crazy, man. For how this dude is, how he can handle the rock, like Sach said, defensively. I mean, this dude should be one of the best players today in the NBA. He's just not all there, Sach. Not all there.
Yeah, I don't see them making a run. I mean, the Lakers.
Jamal's got 10. Jamal's got 10 right now in the game. Looking nice so far.
Does he? Wow.
Jamal's got 10.
Oh, he got 12.
40 to
he
35.
Has 12.
He's got 12.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Guys, again, we had the over Jamal Murray for one of the plays this morning, over 22.5. That's for Jamal Murray. 12 right now in the second. And Sach has Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 assists. We're hammering these plays, guys, each and every day. Giving them out to you guys. I want you guys to make a little extra scratch with us as well.
Yeah, how about those Warriors, though, Zeej? I told you, put the ass whooping on the Bucks.
Hey, what did I say about Steph, Sach? What did I tell you? What did I tell you that morning?
Yeah, he's gonna come off. He almost wasn't gonna play fucking long enough in the game to get his over.
I said he wasn't gonna let that slide though.
Yeah, that's
did his thing. Hit that over too.
Cash. Here we go. Got another question from my boy Torque. How do y'all see the Clippers doing this year? Do they have what it takes to win the chip? They do have what it takes. They do have the team to do it. They got great defensive players. That's one thing you got to look at for every team. They got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Terrence Mann is a good defender. Zubac is a damn solid center who I love Zubac.
Rebound night and day.
Can rebound. He don't have to score, but he can score. and he could play good defense on a lot of these bigs. Not crazy good defense, but he could hold his weight. And you got a facilitator in James Harden who can get guys to their spots and go for 30 on any night if he really wants to. He kind of accepted that role of he needs to be the facilitator for this team. I think they do. I think it's going to be the Clippers and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. I really do. When they get rolling, it's hard to stop a Clippers team, bro, when everyone's clicking. I think the thing is for them is obviously going to be consistency. For them to win the chip, they got to be consistent. Paul George, we already know him. Game 7, pandemic Paul. He blows a 3-1 lead, him and Kawhi. They both have that choke in them. Last year, or even 2 years before, they just can't get over that hump in the playoffs where they should win these games. Obviously, they do go through injuries more than any damn team. Kawhi Leonard is going to get hurt in the playoffs once again, and it's going to be a down. I hope it don't happen because I really want to see them fully healthy. And James Harden's another guy who's, a proven playoff. I wouldn't say he's necessarily a choke because he puts up good stats, but in those closeout games, he just doesn't show up. And I think they all will help each other enough because now you're not looking at Paul George where you're like, dude, you got to go score 30. You and Kawhi got to score 30. They could kind of pass the ball to each other, and whoever's cooking could go and win the game. Paul George, Kawhi, and James Harden can all go for, honestly, 30, 35 plus if they were getting those type of shots. So that's going to do good for them come playoff time, and I do think they have what it takes. Biggest thing is they're going to have to stay healthy. That's key number one. You got to stay healthy. What do you think, CJ?
100%. Got to stay healthy. They have the team to do it. My concern here is can they do it late in the game, Sach? We've seen a couple of these games now. They've lost some pretty nice leads late in the game. They got to figure out how to do that come playoff time. These playoffs is a whole nother beast. But they have the team. They have the star power. This is the team you want to have going into a playoff run, right? You got Kawhi. You got Harden. You got Paul George, who has an amazing game. And to what Sach said, Zubac is really an underrated center. Very underrated in the NBA. That guy will get you boards. He can score. He can defend a big man, which I really like about him. And that's what he adds to the team. With the whole Russell Westbrook thing, if Russ can get back to healthy and everything, he adds another, hustle factor in there. We just got to see these guys close big-time games. That is their problem so far late in the year. They are just struggling to close a game and everything. But, I mean, they're as good as anyone, right? They're like we had and we talked about, right now the West is tough. The West is crazy right now. The East, they're kind of slacking over there. Obviously, the Celtics, big one over. The West, you got the Nuggets, the T-Wolves, you got the Thunder, the Suns, who are starting to come alive right now with their role players, was looking cool. And obviously you have the Clippers and everything. That is a tough gauntlet over there in the West right now. So we'll see what happens. But they're just as good as anyone. They're just as good as anyone if they can figure it out and put together a complete game.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's either now or never for the Clippers. I mean, I don't know how much longer they can keep these guys. They're not getting any younger, so now is literally all in for them. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they go. But he also said, what was your thoughts on the Clippers redesign? I didn't know the Clippers redesigned. The Clippers a boat, apparently. Clippers like a boat. I thought it was sick. I mean, the Clippers have kind of a trash logo. I don't know what's up with these trash fucking NBA logos, bro. Come on. Like, what are we doing? The Pistons, like, how are they a basketball? Come on. They got back from, like, the old, like, horse thing, like, back in the day.
Yeah, the horse. Do you know what logo was kind of sick?
Something.
You know what logo was kind of sick? The old Warriors logo.
Which one was that?
It was like the actual dude. He was, like, holding something, looking this way or something.
Oh, my God. You're going back to fucking –
No, that was like right
that was cool. That was cool. I think it's just more times, guys, a warrior, an Indian, they're holding a weapon. I mean,
you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't, but I mean, that's probably why they got rid of it. If he's holding like a sword and he's a warrior or something, who knows?
Oh, he's a little stud.
You know what one was sick though? The Grizzlies, the Vancouver Grizzlies logo back in the day with the fucking bear. That shit was sick.
Bro, the Grizzlies, the Raptors.
Yeah, the Raptor. Oh, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah,
bro, that Raptor was sick.
The Raptors.
Why did we get rid of it? I just don't get. I don't get what freaking dude in the front office just said. Yeah, no, like let's not, bro. They could make some sick stuff with the Raptor, but yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for all the questions, guys, in the comment section, guys. If you just joined the show, leave us a comment down below, guys. We're answering your comments tonight. Just rocking, watching our plays in action, such as the Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 assists tonight, which we gave to you guys social, as well as we have Jamal Murray over 22.5 points. Both plays looking really good right now with live basketball on and rolling. Again, just comment some stuff down where we talk to you guys. This is the After Hours show where we kind of watch our live bets, talk a little sports. No E or Wit tonight, guys. They are on assignment. The older dogs, they just couldn't hang with me and Stoch tonight. Had some things going on. Like Stoch said, they're getting to that age.
Yeah, they're getting up there. I mean,
we're running duos tonight, Sacha and myself, ladies and gents. But Wit and E will be back for the Saturday parlay show, guys, and we'll get that nice parlay out to you guys.
Here's another good question from Torque. In a 7-game series, would you take the modern-day Thunder or the prime KD and Russ Thunder with Harden on the bench? I mean, ZJ, I know you were a big Thunder fan back in the day. Go ahead and take it away.
Here's what I'll say with this one, because there's a lot of hype surrounding this younger Thunder team right now. I think the younger Thunder team is pretty dang good. They're figuring things out right now. They're so young. SGA is incredible. And then you get these guys alongside of him, especially with Chet, Dort, some nice weapons around there, and they're just all for each other, which is really good. They're a really good team right now, and it'll be surprising to see what they can do in this playoff run. If they can make a nice run as this young team, man, that is a great success year for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And to add to that, like we've talked about, they have some big draft picks coming up next year, some big, nice first rounders, and they're still so young. So adding now some draft picks coming on, this Thunder's team is going to be shooting for a title spot within the next 2 to 4 years, Sach, man. You can mark that. You can clip that. They will have a title chance in the next 2 to 4 years. That's the window I'm giving them. But right now, they're just still so young. They're going to do good this year. But we'll see. Like I said, the playoffs is just a different beast. The playoffs is where the veterans come alive. The guys who have been there multiple times know what they're doing. I'd be scared. The Thunder aren't scared of anyone, but I would be scared if I was them going up against these stronger veteran teams just because they have the experience going into it. To add to the KD, Russ, Harden, Thunder, that team with this younger Thunder team just because of who's on the team, whatnot. I mean, KD, especially around that time, he was one of the best players in that NBA time frame, if not the best.
Got a couple scoring titles.
He was the best offensive weapon in the league around that time. And like I said, he might have been the best NBA player in the league. Of course, Bron was in his prime there too as well. Everything. And this is pre Russ issues too. Russ gets a lot of what I'm saying is Russ gets a lot of hate right now. Obviously he's been traded to a couple teams. People forget how good prime like Thunder Russ really was. I mean, this guy was unstoppable. This guy was literally like comparable to like D Rose when it comes to explosive point guard. Thunder Russ was one of the most explosive players in the NBA, and it was crazy to watch. The dude could jump out of the gym. He could drive on absolutely anyone, and he wasn't turning the ball over like kind of how he does now and everything. He knew his role on that KD and Harden team with the Thunder and everything. And again, James Harden, 6th man of the year over for the Thunder was crazy. It was crazy, but no one really knew what Harden could have became and everything, but yeah, that Thunder team was crazy, and people, they went to the finals, and
they met up with LeBron. They'll go to the finals, so that's the big thing. They proved
they went to the final. They met up with LeBron, a prime LeBron James, but he did go to and Now, here's the similarity, though, with that one, Sach. That Thunder team that went to the finals, we're talking KD, Harden, that was a young Thunder team. A young Thunder team. So I'm not hating on this other young Thunder team because that K team that went to the finals with LeBron and all them, they were pretty damn young.
Yeah.
Pretty damn young.
Yeah, no, they really were. How many games would you take in the 7-game series? What would you think? The KD, Russ Thunder, and what? How many? 4, 5, 6, 7?
I'd probably take the K, Russ, and Harden Thunder team in 5.
Yeah, that's what I had. Same stuff that you said. I'd take them in 5. I think
it's just the player and the experience too, and
player experience. And I mean, they had Serge Ibaka on that.
Serge Ibaka, they had Kendrick Perkins, Serge Ibaka. Those guys were wild. Andre Roberson, who was one of the best defensive players in the NBA around that time period.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, you're going up with a couple of young guys. I think where their downfall would be, like if they went up against each other right now, is Chet being obviously a rookie and Josh Giddey not being like a defensive stopper or a scorer or a shooter at all. That's where I think they would hurt. And that's where I think guys like Thabo and Serge Ibaka, I think prime Serge, bro, I think would eat Chet's lunch on the glass. I know Chet would score, I get that, but I think he'd eat his lunch on the glass, and I don't think Chet's going inside too much on prime Serge.
I'm pretty sure Serge was like leading the league in block shots too.
Yeah, that was wild.
I mean, they were wild. They were crazy.
Yeah. No, good question though. Oh, we got another one. Nah, bro, these ain't getting repetitive. You're all good. Fire them in. We love answering them. The only trade the NBA has ever vetoed was Chris Paul in his prime to the Lakers with Kobe and Gasol. If he would have went, how much do you think the NBA would have changed if it went through? I mean, people kind of rag on like LeBron kind of starting that super team thing. I think this was before. Was this before Miami, LeBron? I can't.
Yeah, this was earlier. Like this would have been a huge trade. This would have started everything for sure.
It would have been the same thing, like with how Miami did it, but LeBron just had to catch the blunt end of it just because how he did it. Like he did it live. He had a whole like little show on like where he was going. But if this would have went through, it would have started super teams in the exact same way. It would have been 2 guards and a big. And I mean, a lot of these super teams are 2 guards and a forward/center. Like you look at all these super teams, they all got that. So it would have definitely started because they would have definitely won a championship. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They definitely would have won, I think, 1 or 2 for sure. Yeah, I think it would have changed. It would have been in the same way that we're in now. It would have just been that Kobe and the Lakers started it. So that's what I think about that. It would have been sick to see. I'm pissed off that the NBA did that because there's no way where with how all these trades have gone through ever since that time. How was that the one that got vetoed? Like, I would think the Kevin Durant to the Warriors one should have been fucking vetoed. If we're going to start vetoing stuff, like that should have been vetoed, no?
Yeah.
You went to a 73-9 team and you just got a top 2, top 3 player in the league, whatever you want to do, LeBron, Steph, and KD. Like, that was straight up cheating at that point in time. So
LeBron started it. KD kind of ruined it, though. KD took it to another level.
The NBA was cooked for the next 2-3 years after that happened. Like it was just over.
That was like disrespectful almost.
Yeah.
That hurts.
You want to go play with the best, Curry? I mean, I don't blame him. Who wouldn't want to play with him? And we could blame it on Game 6 Klay, to be honest with you, because if Klay Thompson didn't go fucking lights out that game, maybe KD would have stood. Who knows? So you could turn all of this onto Klay. Klay ruined the NBA.
KD ruined the NBA.
And a lot of people believe if he did go to Lakers, Kobe would not have got hurt. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a possibility. I mean, Kobe was out there freaking workhorse night in, night out. He definitely would have been able to take a back seat multiple times to Chris Paul because this is when Chris Paul was an amazing scorer. Like Chris Paul was scoring and dishing out more. Like this was Hornet CP. This was nuts.
Hornet CP was crazy.
Yeah, Hornet CP was different. I mean, it sucks that like with the social media and everything that we're in now, people always like base careers off of how they are like later in the career. Like let's not forget CP and Russ when they were their first 5-6 years, bro. They were dogs, bro. They were legit dogs. So yeah, it would have been. I mean, and if Kobe didn't get hurt, who knows how much longer he could have played. Sucks. R.I.P. though to the GOAT. Do y'all think Will? Fuck no. I'm so sick of it. Hell no. And if he did, that don't count. And if he did, that don't count.
Because there's the footage, yeah. And
no, I don't think there is footage.
Someone was talking about this on a talk show or something, and
I've seen so many conspiracies, bro. The lights went out. The lights went out. People in the stands keeping score on fucking a piece of.
Well, I had this on a talk show. I forgot where I heard this, but they were pretty much like, man, if you would have seen some of the guys that were guarding Wilt and all that and everything,
bro, I'm so sick. I'm so sick of the old school hoop. Pay your respects, but bro, come on, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Like Wilt, bro, like that should not count. There's no way someone who's not shooting threes does not score, like scores 100. There's just no way. There's just no way, bro. I don't believe it. I mean, I believe maybe he probably got up to 80, 90, but 100, bro. I don't believe that shit at all. I really don't. I think we're getting real close to seeing an 80-point game, though. I'll say that. I think someone's gonna fucking. Do you believe Kobe's 80 should count? Yeah. Like you're telling, like I'll take Kobe's 81 over Wilt's fake 100 any day of the week. I don't believe the shit was real. So Kobe, we actually seen it. It's recorded and good high definition, not high definition, but whatever the count. Like we could see him scoring 81. You got a tracker. There was no conspiracy theory on if he scored 81. We still have people alive to this day who played against him, that stuff like that. And in all reality, Kobe's not going up against dudes that are a foot shorter than him all around and can't move like him. Like, I mean, that's how I view it. I think Kobe's 80 is probably one of the best performances literally of all time. Him and some of those wild triple doubles that Luka and Harden have are wild. And Jokic, but yeah, I think the highest scoring game should be Kobe's 81. There should be an asterisk next to Wilt's. Until we see it, bro. I don't know. And in the 80s, that kind of don't count. Like what?
Who was guarding Wilt?
No one knows. That's the problem. No one fucking knows. Who's y'all GOAT role player? Ooh, that's a good one.
Sean Livingston.
Oh, I love Sean Mitty Livingston, bro. He was sick. Livingston in the midi, bro. We used to be cold.
Goal.
No, but go ahead. Answer it seriously, CJ.
I gotta think on this one. GOAT role player.
Bruce Brown. Fucking get the fuck out of here.
Maybe. GOAT role player. Gosh.
The GOAT role player. Who do you got, CG? Damn, one of the best. I mean, you got to go with like a sixth man, maybe. No. I mean, I'll say one of my favorite role players, sixth man, was Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford, bro, the way he kind of revolutionized, like, I think he revolutionized like how people like would accept the sixth man of the year, bro. Like that was cool. It was cool as hell to be the sixth man. You weren't crying about not being a starter. You weren't, like that was his role and he accepted it and he revolutionized the sixth man. Like it should be honestly named after him. The Jamal Crawford Award.
The J Crossover Award.
Who could have been a starter on every team he played on. But yeah, I mean, he's probably my GOAT sixth man role player. I mean, that kind of gets kind of vague on like what role player you're kind of talking about. But sixth man off the bench, I'll take prime Jamal over anyone. Dude could go out and get you 40 quick.
GOAT role player has to be JJ Redick. The sniper.
Answer for real.
I don't know, man. I can't really think of.
Okay,
know.
who's your favorite role player then?
Probably Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon's not a role player. I mean, he is in a way, but I guess I'm saying, who's your favorite bench player ever?
Favorite bench player?
Off the bench.
Yeah, I don't know.
Draymond's probably my favorite personally, like on the Warriors, because I mean, no one's done what he's done. Dude, pass, rebound, defend. Doesn't fill up the stat sheet like how people think, but what he brings to the table and how he accepted his role. I think a lot of people could learn about basketball just by watching Draymond Green highlights and like what he really brought to the table in the locker room and out on the court. One of the best players to ever accept his role. So that's probably my favorite GOAT role player, just because I'm a Warriors fan, so I am biased. But
Derek Fisher.
G said, I don't know if y'all would count it, but Jeremy Lin. I wouldn't count Jeremy Lin as a role. That's tough because he just had such a short shelf life. Like he wasn't Lin Sanity for too long. But when Lin Sanity was a thing, bro, I remember I was in I think high school. I was in high school, bro, and it was the craziest thing ever how he was scoring, bro, out of nowhere. Dropping like 38 on the Lakers and bro, it was nuts. It was nuts. But no, I wouldn't count Jeremy Lin just because of how short it was, and he didn't really have any real longevity with how good he could have been. And that's what I'd say about that. Oh shit, we already went though.
Yeah, there we go, guys. We are in our hour time frame. This is the BCS After Hour Show live on Twitch, YouTube, and X. Thank you, Torque. Thank you for all the questions. Give us a follow on our social media accounts. Send us some comments. We'll get you in there and everything. We're tossing out those plays to you guys each and every day. Got some heaters for you tonight. Hopefully you followed, because these two are looking real nice going into the stretch. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the NBA Player Prop Edition show. Me and Sach, 6:30 a.m. If you don't wake up that early, just watch the rerun on YouTube. We'll get you 4 plays out tomorrow, NBA Player Props, and be ready on the socials for Ease plays coming your guys' way. Torque, appreciate all the questions tonight. Appreciate all the viewers and listeners, guys.
Appreciate it, Torque. Much love.
Again tomorrow, guys. All love here. Love chatting sports with you guys. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.